Europe, often celebrated for its Renaissance, Enlightenment, and modern achievements, owes much of its intellectual and cultural fabric to a lesser highlighted legacy, the Andalusian heritage deeply interwoven with Moroccan roots. For over 7 centuries, Al-Andalus, the Muslim-ruled regions of the Iberian Peninsula, thrived as a beacon of knowledge, coexistence, and creativity. At the heart of this cultural radiance stood the enduring contributions of Moroccan dynasties, scholars, artists, architects, and mystics, whose influence shaped European civilization in profound ways. This essay explores the historical, artistic, scientific, and social legacies of Moroccan influence in Al-Andalus, and how that legacy continues to echo in European culture today. From the minarets of Seville to the philosophical treatises of Averroes, and from the cunots of Andalusia to the spices in Spanish cuisine, Morocco's imprint on Europe through the Andalusian gateway remains indelible. Historical foundations of Al-Andalus, the arrival of Muslim forces in Iberia in 711 CE, led by Tariq ibn Ziyad, marked the beginning of a transformative period in European history. Tariq, a Berber general from North Africa, crossed the Strait of Gibraltar with a diverse army composed largely of Amazigh Berber and Arab soldiers. The success of this campaign established Muslim rule in much of the peninsula, giving birth to Al-Andalus, although the initial leadership stemmed from the Umayyads of Damascus. North African, including Moroccan participation, became increasingly central. As the Umayyad Caliphate fragmented, local Andalusian politics became more entangled with North African dynasties. The Almoravids, 1040 to 1147, and Almohads, 1121 to 1269, both of Moroccan origin, assumed direct control over Al-Andalus during crucial periods. These dynasties not only defended the region from Christian reconquest, but also infused it with new intellectual, religious, and artistic life. The Almoravids, originally a religious reformist movement in the Moroccan Sahara, brought a strict form of Sunni Islam and a revival of Maliki jurisprudence to Al. The Almohads, under the leadership of Ibn Tumart and Abd al-Mamun, were more philosophical and rationalist, advocating a Unitarian theology and patronizing scholars, artists, and architects. Their legacy in both North Africa and Iberia laid the foundations for a golden era of culture and science. Moroccan aesthetics in Andalusian architecture walk through the Alhambra of Granada, the Mezquita of Or, the Giralda in Seville, and you will see the Moroccan fingerprint in every arch and tile. Moroccan architectural traditions, zellige mosaics, horseshoe arches, muqarnas, stalactite vaulting, and intricately carved stucco became central to Andalusian design. The Almoravids introduced the use of domed prayer halls and elaborate mihrabs with Kufic inscriptions. The Almohads further developed these features, favoring monumental mosques and minarets. The Koutoubia Mosque in Marrakech, a model for the Giralda in Seville, reflects this cross-Mediterranean exchange. Even modern-day Spanish architecture retains Moorish echoes, especially in the south, where neo-styles in buildings, train stations, and homes continue to reflect a shared legacy. Materials used in both Moroccan and Andalusian architecture: polished marble, glazed ceramics, cedarwood ceilings exemplify this shared tradition. Moroccan craftsmen often worked side by side with their Andalusian counterparts, contributing not only techniques but also aesthetic philosophies rooted in balance, symbolism, and divine geometry. The transmission of knowledge and science, perhaps the most profound legacy of Al-Andalus, lies in its role as a bridge of knowledge between the Islamic world and Christian Europe. This intellectual flowering was made possible in large part by Moroccan scholars and institutions. famous Moroccan-born or trained intellectuals like Avros ibn Rushd, Avimpachi ibn Baya, and Ibn Tufail, wrote extensively in the fields of philosophy, medicine, astronomy, and law. Their works, translated into Latin, laid the foundation for the European Renaissance. Avros, born in but trained in the Maliki traditions of Morocco, revived Aristotle's works and provided commentaries that influenced Thomas Aquinas and medieval scholasticism. The University of Al-Qarawiyyin in Fez, Morocco, founded in 859 CE, was one of the oldest continuously operating universities in the world. It became a hub for Andalusian scholars, particularly after the fall of major cities like Seville. As Christian kingdoms advanced in Iberia, scholars fled to Morocco, carrying with them manuscripts, instruments, and knowledge that were preserved and developed further. Language, literature, and music, the intermingling of Arabic, Berber, Latin, and Romance languages in Al-Andalus gave rise to new forms of linguistic expression. The Arabic language, introduced and refined in Al-Andalus by Moroccan scholars and poets, deeply influenced the Spanish lexicon. Words like azakashuge, aceituna, oliva, and almohada pillow trace their etymology to Arabic roots. Poetic forms such as the muwashi and zial emerged from this cultural melting pot. These lyrical styles often blended classical Arabic with colloquial dialects, and were highly popular in both Al-Andalus and Morocco. Many poets, such as Ibn Hazm and Walida bint al-Mustaqfi, found inspiration in the landscapes and courts of both Fez, and music also became a powerful cultural bridge. The Andalusian Nuba musical tradition, brought back and preserved in Morocco by exiled musicians after the fall of Granada, evolved into a central part of Moroccan classical music. This music, characterized by specific melodic modes and rhythms, still thrives in cities like Tituin and Tangier. Agriculture, cuisine, and urban life. Moroccan innovations in agriculture were exported to Al-Andalus, transforming the Iberian Peninsula's productivity and culinary culture. Sophisticated irrigation systems, such as canots and waterwheels, allowed for intensive farming. Crops like sugarcane, citrus fruits, rice, cotton, and saffron were introduced or enhanced under North African guidance. Urban planning also followed Moroccan models. Cities like Granada, Seville, and were laid out with Medina-style neighborhoods, souk markets, hammams, public baths, and fountains. The sense of urban aesthetics, walled cities, narrow winding streets, and courtyards remains visible in many Spanish cities. Andalusian cuisine, shaped by Moroccan influence, included spices like cumin, cinnamon, and saffron, as well as dishes such as couscous, tagines, and marinated olives. The sweet and savory flavor profiles, still found in Spanish cuisine today, owe much to this legacy. Spanish turrón gazpacho and marzipan also bear the marks of Andalusian Moroccan culinary fusion. Migration, identity, and the Moriscos, the Christian Reconquista, culminating in the fall of Granada in 1492, marked a tragic turning point. Muslims and Jews were forced to convert, flee, or face persecution. The Moriscos, Muslims who had converted to Christianity under duress, were often suspected of practicing Islam in secret and were eventually expelled in waves, particularly during the early 17th century. Many Moriscos fled to Morocco, especially to cities like Rabi, Tetuin, and Fez. There they were received as kin, often settling in autonomous neighborhoods and preserving Andalusian customs. This reverse migration enriched Moroccan society and helped keep Andalusian traditions alive. The identity of the Andalusian Moroccans of Andalusian descent remains strong even today. Their contributions are visible in architecture, cuisine, music, and even political life. The descendants of Andalusian refugees helped shape Morocco's modern identity, and many Moroccan families still trace their roots back to Seville, Granada, or the legacy today. Today, the Andalusian legacy in Europe is most visible in southern Spain, but resonates across the continent. In cities like Granada, Cordoba, and Seville, architectural masterpieces stand as reminders of a time when Moroccan and European civilizations met and flourished together. Festivals, cultural centers, and academic studies continue to explore and celebrate this shared history. In Morocco, Andalusian music and architecture remain living traditions. In Spain, growing interest in intercultural dialogue has revived appreciation for the Moorish past. Moreover, large Moroccan communities in modern Europe are heirs to this legacy, whether they realize it or not. As bridges between North Africa and Europe, they carry forward a cultural memory that dates back more than a millennium. This memory, if nurtured, can serve as a tool for building deeper understanding and cooperation across the Mediterranean. The Andalusian legacy is not simply a relic of the past. It is a living testament to the enduring bond between Morocco and Europe. Through architecture, science, poetry, food, and faith, Moroccan contributions helped shape the very foundations of European identity. Al-Andalus stands as a historical mirror reflecting the beauty and complexity of cross-cultural exchange. In today's world, marked by cultural tensions and questions of identity, the legacy of Al-Andalus offers a powerful reminder that civilizations flourish not through isolation, but through openness, dialogue, and the blending of ideas. The Moroccan roots of this legacy invite us to reimagine Europe's past not as a fortress of separateness, but as a garden enriched by many rivers, among which Morocco's river runs deep and clear.